Episode 32, Self-Care or Self-Destruct. Let's talk mental health. Hi, I'm Jade.
And I'm Ellie.
And this is Really Fucking Trying.
A podcast where we talk about the ins and outs and ups and downs of running a small business and being creative. So May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so it is perfect timing for an episode like this where the conversation is already more in the spotlight.
Yeah.
In the past, we have actually done a few episodes where we've spoken about how mentally exhausting running a small business is, or even just working in the creative industry. So for them, please do check out episode 6 where we spoke about imposter syndrome, episode 13 where we talk about work-life balance, episode 15 which talks about taking a break, and episode 20 where we talk about dealing with burnout. So it is definitely a more recurring theme in this podcast, and it's one that we do keep going back to as well.
I think those episodes always do really well, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
We're always surprised, but I think it's because the mental health aspect of running a business affects... Well, I don't think I've ever met anyone that it doesn't affect.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
no one's above it.
No.
I don't have mental health.
I'm too good for mental health. But yeah, today we're going to really get into the nitty gritty. And today we're joined by Katie from Mama Bear Creates. Katie, do you want to tell everyone about you, about your business? Tell us everything.
Yeah, hello. My name's Katie. I am a digital artist and I turn my playful doodles into colourful illustrations and stationery predominantly. I actually started my business for my mental health. Well, I started the crafting behind the business for my mental health after postnatal depression. And then, it expanded from there. It's changed massively over the years. I started making like handmade cards and, like box frames and all those like crafty bits. And then in lockdown, saw that people were like drawing on iPads, and I've always had the mentality, the like maybe narcissistic mentality of thinking I can do that. I could do that. So I saved up, I bought myself an iPad and I started to teach myself to draw, and here we are 5 years later, I think it is.
Oh, I love that.
So was it before lockdown that you set up then, or was it?
Yeah, so I started card making in the January of 2019.
Okay.
Set up my business in the September, had my first did some Christmas markets in that, November, December time. And then obviously a few months later,
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
that's when, shit hit the fan.
Yeah. Oh gosh, we don't get many sort of pre-COVID businesses really, do we? And it's nice with, and you said about having postnatal depression as well. It's nice that you've turned something that was negative into something positive and something that's carried you through since.
Yeah, I needed something. So I had postnatal depression, and I've always suffered with my mental health. I've always had like little blips, but that's when it really was at its worst. But after that started to ease, I was left with anxiety. Yeah. Like I was having like my I don't have the anxiety attacks. When you see like stereotypically people like breathing into a paper bag and stuff like that. I don't have that. I get like sort of butterflies, but not good sort of butterflies. Like in my stomach, I get pain in my chest, and I was having that on a daily basis.
Oh.
So that was when I was like, right, I need to get some medication.
Yeah.
And
something's got to
try
change.
and help it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been, my youngest is going to be 9 in July.
Wow. Oh.
So it's been like 8 years and still an everyday battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a straightforward path though, is it, for anybody? I think a lot of people use the phrase get over it with things like that. There is no getting over it. Every day is an uphill struggle sometimes, and some days it weighs heavier than others.
Yeah.
And it's just something you have to manage rather than get over it, I think. But especially, I think, when you're running a small business, sometimes it can be brilliant because you've got that creative outlet where you can really sort of express yourself, but in other ways there's more pressures on you.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
More stresses, more big scary things I've got to do.
Yeah, but it's even just the little things as well.
Yeah.
Like I've sort of put together this episode talking about topics that I know that a lot of people have spoke about, whether it be in comment sections or even just mentioned casually in like DMs and things like that. And I wanted to I've been sort of making a note of those topics in my phone and going, a lot of people say this.
Yeah.
And it's not really, you know, especially the ones that we haven't spoke about.
Yeah.
I mean, in small business, we've always spoke about a community, but huge things that so many people talk about on social media is the self-comparison trap too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is that something that you guys sort of feel at any point? Is that something...
Oh, every day.
Nodding aggressively.
All
think
the
that is-
time.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the only negative of the community aspect, isn't it? Because I even do it with like small biz friends.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I not like a, I don't know, it's almost like a jealous kind of thing.
It can lean into jealousy, and I think a lot of the time we use the phrase self-comparison. We rarely use the phrase jealousy,
Yeah.
but I think it can become that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that necessarily, unless you're acting on that and treating somebody like shit as a result.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's anything wrong in saying I'm jealous of somebody as long as you're not treating them any different. So maybe it is a jealousy trap. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that out loud. Jade, it is interesting that you say that you have that with small biz friends.
Yes.
Hello. I don't think you're jealous of me.
I'm not jealous of you.
anyway.
I see, jealous sounds like a horrible, like a nasty word, but
Yeah.
it's not. It's kind of like, I'm happy for you when like good things happen, but I also feel like, I don't know, it makes me feel like, oh, I should be working harder because I could be doing those things.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I am jealous, but not.
You don't wish anything bad
Yeah,
upon
yeah,
them.
yeah. I'm not like, oh, fuck you, Ellie. I'm like, oh, I wish I could be doing that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, yeah. But I've noticed recently with social media, so I'm by no means a fucking Instagram queen. I hate it, and I try, but they don't call it doom scrolling for no good reason,
God,
do they?
yeah.
Like there's a reason that they call it that. But one thing that I have noticed when I actually sort of sat and think about this, it's so easy to look at somebody's account who's posted and think they've done loads.
Yeah.
Like, how have they done so much? How have they grown that quickly? Where do they find the energy?
Yeah.
That's something that I often question a lot. I do not do that with people I know.
Okay.
And I'm going to use somebody as an example here. So I work in a studio space with lots of other artists, and there's a couple of them in there that, well, they all are, but a couple in particular, and that would be Sass and Tony. So Sassy makes and TLC illustrations. Now, to me, they're flying. They are absolutely flying. Their business is growing and growing and growing. They're doing really well for themselves. Am I jealous? No. And the reason why is
Because you're a better person than me.
no. No, I'll tell you the big difference there. I can see their Instagram posts and go, oh, yeah, fucking I'll go with them.
Yeah.
But I've seen
You
the
see
behind the scenes.
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen I mean, I know for a fact that me and Tony have just stood in the yard before and just took turns screaming.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I know that we'll go outside and play a game of catch when it all gets a little bit too much. You know what I mean? In summer, just fuck it all off.
Yeah.
Shall we just go to the shops and just buy a shit ton of ice lollies and just eat them outside instead and just pretend it doesn't exist? Yes.
Yeah.
Because I've seen that. I share a room with Sass as well, so I know just as much as I do that she will scream, oh, fuck, at an inanimate object about 7 times a day, as do I. We're not different.
Yeah.
It's just some people are better at celebrating the wins and voicing that on social media than others.
But I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
Like with social media, like I hear a lot of people say, oh, social media is fake because they only show the good bits. I really actively try to share as much as possible without, you know, sharing that I'm having a full-on mental breakdown.
Yeah.
Like I want to be honest, but yeah, I think as a small business owner, you can look and you can see someone's had 200 orders this month and you're sat there going, I've had 2. Like, what are they? Do you know what I mean? And just all things like that. But they might not be sharing the bad times behind it. It's just the good bits.
Yeah. See, I'm the same as you. I have actively tried to share the bad parts, but it's hard to find that line, isn't it, between like, oh, I've had a bit of a rubbish month and like, be right back crying in the shower.
Yeah.
Like, where's that line with, because essentially the people that are following you on Instagram are customers and you've got to be somewhat professional.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also you don't want to be that person that's just like, everything's great. I'm doing wonderfully. Look how great I am. It's really
It
hard
is
to
a
find that line,
massive,
I
it's a
think.
really fine line, yeah. And I have to, I mean, this might get me hate and I might regret saying it, but I really hate it when I see small business owners posting like they're just talking to other small business owners.
Yeah.
And I absolutely get it. Like, you know, other small business owners are a massive part of my business and they buy from me, but they're not the only ones. So when people are talking about bitchiness and cattiness in the industry or things like that, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why are you talking about this? Like, you don't, I don't know, have a close friends list of small business owners if you want to do that, but not putting it out there to, you know, Wendy from down the road that might be like, oh, I like what she makes, but why is she bitching about this?
Yeah, I agree. It's very, it's difficult to find the line, isn't it? And I
It's a good point though, actually, because I've never thought of it like that. So on the Really Fucking Trying page, the Instagram page, we are talking to it is entirely aimed at them, and I find posting on that so much easier than my own business, because I feel like I'm talking to my people. Do you know what I mean? People like this I know have felt the same way I have, or, you know, at least something similar. They're following us for a reason because they get it. But on my page, I find it so hard sometimes to gauge that tone, and it's because I'm very aware that I'm talking. Yes, I am talking to some small business owners because, like you say, we support each other and we follow each other. But I am talking to a lot of customers as well. Yeah, and it's a really hard thing to gauge. I think
because we're all for your business grows naturally if it comes from you, and you know it should be about you and you should be yourself, but also sometimes you do have to rein yourself in a bit.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. I openly talk about my mental health. However, apart from potentially posting a story of just a photo saying feeling shit or something today, be back, I won't go on social media when I'm feeling like that, because I could probably go into a massive rant and I'm like, no one needs to see that. I will come back the next day or the next week, whenever it might be, like however long it takes me to get out of that slump, and be like, had a shit time, but I'm feeling better now, let's crack on. Like I can't do it in that moment because it would just all it wouldn't be good.
No, I think that's a really good way to do it. And also, you're more likely to fall into that doom scrolling, everyone else's life is great cycle when you're already in that kind of slump, aren't you?
Yeah.
So it is probably, it's a good idea to stay off it.
I think that's a really good point, actually. It's that catching yourself. So I'm not quite sure what the word, mindfulness. So when you're looking on Instagram, it's so easy just to open an app on your phone and just go for it. But I think asking yourself, why am I on this?
Yeah.
And if you are doom scrolling, why are you on Instagram? Is it because you're posting something? Is it because you're checking your inbox? Like, do those things and just fuck off.
Yeah.
So I always think sometimes I scroll through Instagram, and the main reason that I do this because I do want to see what people are up to, especially, only small business owners, really. I don't follow many personal accounts at all because, to be honest, I don't care. I don't. I like to use. It's the same reason I like Pinterest.
Yeah.
I want to be inspired.
Yeah.
So sometimes I think if I'm doom scrolling and I'm feeling like fucking shit, I'm not in the headspace to be inspired by anybody, and I'm not going to be. So what's the fucking point? Put the phone away. The only bit of advice I can give there that I do sometimes is when I feel like that, I'll connect my phone to a speaker. So that way I don't use it.
Yeah.
Because if I'm doom scrolling, there's a million fucking sounds coming out the speaker all at once, and it's so that is a little bit of advice for you there. Yeah, it deters me from doing it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think because we have small businesses and social media is such a big part of that, I find myself making excuses for why I'm doom scrolling.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean? I'm like, well, I do need to spend some time on Instagram. I need to be looking for like content ideas. I need to be seeing what music is trending and, you know, that kind of shit. But actually, am I doing that or am I just depressed?
It's being able, though, to ask yourself those questions and be honest with yourself and catch yourself out, hold yourself accountable and, do something about it. Like I say, I think it's important rather than just sit there and doom scroll. And there's nothing wrong with it sometimes as well. I have a thing where I've trained my algorithm to show me what I like. And to be honest with you, this is completely off topic. I really like cake decorating videos. I can't bake to save me fucking life, but I find them relaxing. especially when I'm going to sleep.
That's
so
cute.
is that a doom scroll if I'm just going through a load of videos of some fucker piping their cake?
No, I think that's cute.
No.
You know what I really
Mine.
like?
Well,
I
go
really
on.
like the ones where they clean the rugs.
I know what you mean, though.
How satisfying.
Mine's currently parrots.
Oh, cute.
Ooh.
Okay.
So for a while it was Highland cows. They were constantly on my feed. And currently I've got into the world of like watching these funny videos of like parrots talking.
Aw.
It's either that or I quite like makeup.
Yeah.
videos
I do.
and
Yeah.
watching like the transitions
Yeah.
and stuff. Like I find those really good.
Yeah.
We've all got our little quirks, you see.
Whatever
and
gets you through the day.
Yeah.
I find that helps, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like watching a cake decorating video calms me.
Oh.
So in that sense, it's for good.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
there's just two sides to everything. There's obviously a lot of debate about social media and the pros and cons, but I think a lot of it, to be honest, a lot of it's on them as well and the shite they show us.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
a lot of it's on us. If we're doom scrolling, that's on us.
Yeah. I think you need to take everything with a pinch of salt.
Yeah.
Like you said, Ellie, you know that like when people you actually physically know in real life are posting all those good things, you know what's actually gone on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You need to try and apply that to other people. And I know it's harder because you don't actually know what's going on, but I think we can all assume that not everything is peachy. Do you know what I mean? All the
Yeah.
time.
I feel like you really doubted yourself when you said the word peachy
I did.
then.
I thought, don't say that, Ellie will laugh at you.
I quite enjoyed it. It's cute. I feel like you pulled it off, whereas
Thank
I could
you.
never. If
No.
I say peachy,
Absolutely not. It's
no, it's
aggressive.
uncomfortable, isn't it? But also, I think, as I say, you know, with the self-comparison thing, it's something that so many people say to us,
Yeah.
or at least just mention even
Yeah.
casually, you know, the social media trap, if you like. No one, I don't think, in this can say that they're 100% self-assured in both themselves and their business.
No.
I'm pretty sure that that's a select few, if none of us.
Yeah.
Because
If you are, please write in and come on the podcast and tell us how to do it.
Well, I don't think you can be as well, because there's always external factors that could affect your business that you can't control.
Yeah.
So I think anybody that can say I'm 100% comfortable, you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
The nicest possible way. You've got no reason to be at all. The world's on fire. So, as I say, no, I don't think anybody can say that they are 100% self-assured. And that's always going to be the case, as I say. But we are all in the same boat. And I agree with what you guys said about people who only post the wins. I tend to root for somebody a lot more if they do a post that say, I've had my best month ever.
Yeah.
I root for them a lot more if I know that they posted about when things have been bad
Yes.
as well. Because
Yeah,
that's
I
when I
agree.
think, things have picked up for them. Fucking good
Yeah.
for them.
But also, everyone's success is different. Like,
Yeah.
what you think success is for your business, Katie, might not be what I think success is for my business. Do you know what I mean? Like, Ellie likes to have a full-time job.
No, I
part-time-
don't.
No, she doesn't. Sorry, that was
You
not
don't.
true. Ellie likes to have a part-time job alongside her business. For me,
Ellie doesn't like to work more than 12 hours a week for another person.
for me, I wouldn't want to do that. So for us, success is completely different in that sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you were doing like 100 markets a year, you might think that's successful, but I don't want to do that many, so that's
Exactly,
not successful.
yeah.
It's different. So I think you can't compare yourself to any other business because everyone's path is completely unique, isn't it? Nobody,
And we're all in
you're not-
completely different situations as well. Like some
Yeah.
of us
Yeah.
are parents, some of us,
Yeah.
like you say, are working part-time, full-time
Yeah.
jobs, like, chronic illnesses, like all of the stuff. So it's easy to see on social media, they've managed to do this, this and this week. How have I not done that? But, they might be, I don't know, young and sprightly and have the energy of a teenager.
And we are
that
not.
I definitely don't have.
I feel like I'm getting to that age now
Yeah.
where I'm like, oh, God, it's
Yeah.
a young person and they've got so much energy.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's like late 20s, it really hits you.
It really does.
Yeah.
I'm not being funny, but I was looking for a show under my bed the other day and my knee went and it's still not the same.
It's all downhill from here, mate.
I woke up on my 28th birthday with indigestion. I swear to God, I'd never had it before in my life.
Yeah, but I think having the podcast has helped me with the self-comparison thing.
Okay.
I think because me and you have more, I mean, we did anyway, but we have a lot more open conversations about things.
Yeah.
And we have open conversations about things with other small business owners now.
Yeah. Oh, it's like therapy.
Yeah,
it
is,
is.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, not one single guest has ever come on the podcast and been like, oh no, everything I post on Instagram is great because everything is great.
Yeah. No.
Do you know what I mean?
Not one person.
And I
no.
think that's opened my eyes to it a lot more. Because what are the chances that we've had 30 odd episodes and
Yeah.
we would if those people exist, we would have one by now.
Yeah, I know what you mean by law of averages.
Yeah.
No, they don't. And that's not to say that people come on here and fucking whinge. They don't.
No.
It's a balance.
Yeah.
It's the good with the bad
Yeah.
all the time. And I feel like it's the same for everybody. But, you know, we can get a guest, you know, someone that we've never met before that we've only seen through Instagram and think, oh my God, they've got it
Yes.
made. And then you meet them and you realise, oh, we're all the same.
Yeah, they're just normal.
I've found that as well. Like, I've met people that they've got, 100,000 followers and they seem to be smashing it absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you talk to them and you're like, oh, okay, we all go through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
It's like when we pick guests, we don't look at follower count or anything
No.
like that. We don't care, to be honest.
Yeah.
We really don't find it means absolutely nothing. I could never tell you who's got fucking 20k, who's
No.
got 500 based on talk. I couldn't tell you.
No.
I couldn't tell
No.
you at all. No.
Once we get them in this room with us, everyone's the same, aren't
Yeah, exactly. We're a level playing field.
Yeah.
So the thing is with social media as well, obviously we spoke about with the negatives a lot. I feel like I really put emphasis on the word negative.
Negatives.
Negative. We spoke about the negatives there, but of course, you know, for the majority of us, it is about the community. A lot of us would feel quite lost without it. I know, I think I would.
Yeah, absolutely.
I probably wouldn't
I
exist for a few days, but yeah, I think, you know, for a lot of us as well, built up sort of friendships, and some of my best friends as well are other traders.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
So yeah, exactly. You know, you meet some brilliant people that, you know, you never would have met otherwise, and that's really lovely. And by having Instagram and things like that, you've got means to keep in touch with them and stay
Yeah.
up to date with what they're doing, and that I really do think that is nice.
Yeah. So for me, obviously, before I opened Green Jam, I was working from home, and I really thought I was lonely, but I thought it was because I was working from home. And I thought, oh, that'll change when I open the shop because I'll be seeing people all day. And I am seeing people all day. I'm seeing a lot more humans than I was seeing before. But I do still feel that. See, loneliness I don't think is the right word because it's not lonely. I don't feel lonely in a sense that, like, I need a hug and I haven't seen anyone all day. But I think it's that not having other people within your business, even though we're in the same line of work, like us three, for example.
Yeah.
It's like having people to bounce ideas off. And we do
Yeah.
that, but it's not the same when it's not also their business. Do you know what I mean?
No,
Like-
imagine, obviously, you've got people and it's like that customer. It's the, it's not like meaningful sort of
Yeah.
conversations. It's that
Yeah.
surface level sort of
Yeah.
interaction.
Good morning, how's your day going? Yeah.
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 It's staged in a way, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think even like I will, if I'm like drawing something new or I've had an idea for a product, I will message Ellie, I will message Sass and I'll say, what do you think of this? But it's still not quite the same as actually working with those people
No.
on the same projects.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean, yeah.
So I think as long as you're a solo business owner, I think maybe you've always got that feeling. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, if you guys don't feel that way.
I've got a different perspective, but I know I've been very fortunate.
Because you work in the studio.
I've never worked alone in my life,
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah. But do you still feel the way I feel about, because they're not in your business?
No, because nobody's in my business.
but that's
so
what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, if
Do you feel a sense of loneliness because of that? No, just me.
do you know what?
No, see,
not
I
really.
don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't. I like, because I work from home on my own, and I think my husband worries about me sometimes that it will make like depression and anxiety
Yeah.
worse. But I love it. I love being at home in my dressing gown. I love, like, I can pick up my phone. To be fair, I spend pretty much all day, every day, voice noting my small biz bestie. Like, we are back and forth all day long sending each other voice notes. So I don't feel alone. And
Yeah.
I mean, I like, obviously, you know, my business is me,
Yeah.
and I don't want anyone else in that. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
okay.
they'd get it wrong. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like, I don't. I love seeing people. and I love like events and
Yeah.
meeting up with people. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm all right at the moment. I am anyway.
Good.
No, it's good though as well, because you've got that comfort, like you say, you know, you can stay in dressing gown. I call it house coat. You call it house coat, Jays.
Dressing gown.
Do you?
I know, sorry. I'm from the Wirral.
Yeah. You can, you know, you can stay home. You can just sit in your house coat, and you know, but you've got friends there that you can talk to. If you're, that's ideal. I think that's really good. And like you say, you know, you've said something quite important there as well. If that works for me for now.
Yeah.
So again, you know, it's recognising as well. Does this work for me? Does it not? I mean, Jade, when you got Green Jam, did you think that you wouldn't be lonely because you were working in retail?
Yeah. Which now you say out loud sounds ridiculous. Right, in my defence.
No.
In my defence, I went from working in hospitality to running a small business working from home. And when I was working in hospitality, I think it's because, again, there's other people in the job with you. So there's other people to kind of, oh, haven't we had a shit day? Today was really busy. We hated it. Such and such customer was a knobhead. You know, that kind of thing.
Somebody to, what's the word?
Like share the same experience with you.
What's that word for when you just rant at somebody?
Yeah,
Vent,
yeah.
Yes.
And I think I didn't realise that was the bit that I was missing. So when I went to retail, I thought that feeling would come back, but I still work on my own. So it hasn't.
It's difficult when it's customers as well, because say you get a customer that's a fucking knobhead.
Yeah.
You can't exactly go to the next customer that walks in. I hope you're nice, because the
Yeah.
last one was a knobhead.
That's what I mean. I would turn to my work associate that I don't have and be like, do you know what I mean?
I get what you mean, yeah. I've had jobs as well where I worked in a plant shop or floristry even and that was always lone working.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that me and my boss, it was just me and her, but we didn't really work with anybody else.
Yeah.
But we would absolutely pop across to a shop across the road and talk to the staff there just to get it off. We were in a garden centre at one point, and we'd just go up to the front desk and be like, you never guess what I've just had. But also we'd find ourselves talking to each other a lot as well during our shifts. Yeah. Just to sort of vent and get it. It is difficult when you're on your own.
Yeah.
As I say, loneliness in small business is thankfully something I've never experienced, because I went straight from college and I've always been a right chatterbox.
Yeah. I can see that, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, unless somebody's an absolute cunt, I'll talk to anybody. Yeah. I really will. And that's been an issue sometimes working in retail. That once got me invited on an 87-year-old's private yacht.
Oh dear.
But no, I will talk to anybody. I really do. Unless I get really bad vibes off you straight away, you're my friend until you're not, as far as I'm concerned.
That's fair. That's a nice way to live.
I think, well, like, it's also a quite dangerous way to live.
Absolutely.
But anyway, but yeah, I have been very lucky. So I've gone straight from college into. I already had the studio when I was at college, so that transition was actually easy because I was working around other creatives at college, but then going back into the studio more sort of full time after finishing education. Same thing, just different people.
Yeah.
And like I say, I think I find it quite easy to get on with people as well, especially other artists. Yeah. Because I get it a lot of the time. But like I say, I don't feel isolated or lonely very often. But when I see, like, for example, a post where somebody says, oh, I just feel really isolated, really alone, it really pulls at my heartstrings, you know. Aww. And I think it's because I know I've been so lucky. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like a privilege almost. Yeah. But I couldn't, I'll be first to admit, I couldn't do it. Yeah. I couldn't do it if I was on my own, I don't think. Yeah. I worked during lockdown alone and I lived on my own as well during that time. So from March to round about August, I think, when I moved back home. Oh my God, it was awful. It was absolutely awful. And I was still going home at the weekends as well, but for the weekdays, 5 days a week, I just lived on my own. That was the hardest part of lockdown. Yeah. For me, to be honest. I remember really, really feeling it. I remember one day I was talking to the portraits that I'd drawn.
Oh,
I thought, I really lost the plot here. Fucking hell.
No, something's got to change.
Exactly.
I talk to myself a lot, so maybe that's why I don't really feel lonely, because I just will chat, or I'll chat to my tortoise, or, you know, I'll just...
What's your tortoise called?
Tootsie Roll.
Oh, stop. Stop it.
I was having a bet in my head then, because I swear to God, it's like the law that every tortoise has to be called either Tommy or Fred. There's no other acceptable names.
I don't know that many tortoises.
Do you know? It's like middle names for women in the 80s. It was Louise or nothing.
Yeah.
Literally, like I swear, every girl I know that's around my age has got Louise as a middle
Louise.
name.
Somewhere, yeah. It's the law. Punishable by 6 months in prison
Yeah.
if you didn't give your child Louise. But like I say, working, the difference. If I was going to talk about this topic, like I say, I can't really relate to the loneliness thing, and I'm very, very grateful for the fact that I can't. But working with people who are friends as well as people who become friends, it is 99% of that is, of course, lovely. It is. But there is always that 1% of me that does sometimes think, and this is very rarely, as I say, is this mixing my personal life with my business too much?
Yeah, I get that. But I think you are, at a certain point, you are the business.
Well,
Yeah.
that's how I've sort of justified that in my head, because what's my option here?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go into the studio and go, no, I'm in Ellie Francesca
I'm
design
corporate
mode today.
today.
I'm corporate today.
Yeah.
Please do not approach. You know what I mean? And how much of a fucking...
Yeah.
But that is when I sit there and I sort of remind myself that I'm just Ellie. I'm not the brand.
Yeah.
I'm not the brand. I just own the brand. I made the brand.
Yeah.
And I'm just a girl who draws things. That's it. That is always it.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I'll always be that.
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to come a day where I think I don't ever want to pick up a pencil again in my fucking life. It might slow down. Who knows? You know what I mean? Other things take over sometimes. But the friendships that have formed through this as well, I am friends with them because I like them.
Yeah.
And it's got shit all to do with what they make. And I'm sure the feeling's mutual, where it's actually got shit all to do with what I'm like. Gee, you're not friends with me because I can use charcoal.
That's what you think.
Oh, right. Okay.
I'm just waiting for the day it comes in handy for me.
No, but you know what I mean? I'm not friends with you because you're pink.
Yeah.
You just happen to be pink.
Thank you, yes.
Yeah.
But it's also kind of works the other way, because it's those friends, because you're not having to see them every day at like the office or, whatever. You've kind of got to pick them in a better way. Do you know what I mean? Like our work friends.
Yeah.
Who we like see at markets.
You're forced
and stuff.
into.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but we don't have to be friends with them. We can just see them like once a month at a market. I've picked you. Do you know what I mean? It's a nicer work friend relationship. I
know
think.
what you mean. Like when you get sort of thrown in with somebody at a market as a stall neighbour, you sort of become besties for the day, or at least I do. Like I say, because everybody's a friend until they're an enemy with me.
Yeah.
But like
in reality, you don't have to see them again unless that happens at another market.
Unless it just happens naturally. Yeah. It's
but the
just a
friends that
natural
you
thing.
do and you then see outside of that circle, they're your work friends that you've chosen to make.
Yeah.
Not like just friends.
Yeah, it's like we met at a market, didn't we, Jade?
Now we can't get rid of you.
Now we can't get... No, but at some point we must have exchanged numbers.
Yeah, at some point we were like, friends?
Yeah.
Would you like to take this relationship outside of work?
But it is that, isn't it? Because when it's work friends, you're sort of bound together by circumstance.
Yeah. When you're working in a pub or in a shop, you have to see that person all the time.
So you might as well just try and get on with them. Yeah.
Whereas now I think it's nicer because you get more choice in who you...
Yeah, I know what you mean, actually.
I
never thought of it like that. Gold star for you, Jade.
But yeah, I think the community aspect is very, very important. Like I said, I do still have that kind of loneliness. But I would feel it even more so if I didn't have small biz friends. I think whether it's like market friends or collectives or like, I think it's really important. Like sometimes it's not even for advice. It's just like people saying, yeah, that shit thing has happened to me too.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's really reassuring, I think.
It won't fix anything,
No,
but it helps.
But it makes a huge difference, I think.
It's nice to know you're not the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the next thing I want to talk about, and this is, again, a really horrible topic, and I'm sorry, guys, but I just thought I'd throw this in here for us as a little bit of a bombshell. But this does lead us on nicely to what I've just said. What I do, I consider to be a lifestyle at this point, to be honest. I feel like if you took everything that was in any way sort of art or creativity out of it, I'd still have my friends, I'd still have my family. There wouldn't be a whole lot else, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's healthy or not, to be honest. I really don't. And for the most part, I'm happy, so I don't give a fuck if that's healthy or not, because
Yeah.
at the moment, this is what I've built for myself and I enjoy it, so who cares? But we've had messages in the past where people have said to us that they struggle with taking criticism of their business, and that they take it very personally. And I do think it's hard not to, because it is something that you built and put so much of your time and passion into. When it comes to throwaway comments from the general public, that can be very difficult to process, and we've had Q&As about this in the past, haven't we, about how to deal with, you know, a customer that said something, or you know, I think we've had a couple like that now. It can be a real fucking kick in the teeth, and it can be extremely deflating. I wouldn't deny that for a second. I mean, is that something that you guys struggle with, where it's hard to not take it personally?
So I think I used to, in all honesty, but I think since having green jam, I've been able to kind of process that in a different way. So I think because obviously green jam, we pick the artists that we like, we pick the work that we like, everything in the shop I genuinely like and would buy and would own myself. So when people come in and they're like, oh, this isn't to my taste, whatever, it is to my taste.
Okay.
And that's okay. And I've actually started thinking about my own business in that way now, because it's hard to deal with like, well, I've made that and you don't like it, so that's like destroyed my soul. But in reality, I've made it because it is to my taste. I've made it because I like it. If you don't, that's fine. And I think because I've been able to deal with that with other people's work, I can now do it with my own a bit better.
I'm really impressed.
Thank you.
I love that.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I have quite a similar, I have a similar outlook in terms of I make things I like. I like it, I want it. I know there are going to be lots of people that don't like it because, you know, they don't like bright colours and they don't like playful illustrations.
And if you're boring, that's fine.
Exactly. So I know that my stuff isn't to everybody's taste. I have been lucky so far, touch wood, that I haven't had any like horrible comments. I've had some comments like, you know, thinking that it's for kids, and I'm like, it's not for kids. And one thing that did hurt me a little bit, like I started a YouTube channel this year and I noticed that on the first video there were a couple of unlikes, and then you know when you go, oh god, what didn't they like? Like it's just me. They didn't like me. But like I didn't, you know, cry myself to sleep about it. I just thought, well, you know, they're not my person. And I think that's what we have to remember. And I think when I do like markets where I've not done well, I just think they're not my target audience. Like they're not my people. And, you know, I'm still working on finding my people. I think we all always are, aren't we?
Oh yeah, it's a constant thing, isn't it? It's not done at any point.
No. So yeah, that's what I like to tell myself.
Yeah.
They're just not my person.
Yeah, you don't reach a point where you just go, I've woken up today and I'm never going to let any of this bother me ever again.
Yeah, no.
But you know, there are ways to think about it healthy, and I think that is true. You're not building a business that's for everybody, and you fucking shouldn't be either.
No. You just said a phrase, Katie, when you were talking about your YouTube channel. You said, I didn't think, oh my God, they don't like me. And I think that's the really important thing. Because I think because everyone's built a business from something they enjoy doing, if someone doesn't like your work, you do think they don't like me. Yeah. And I think that's something we all really need to get out of, that like mindset. But it's so hard to do because you've drawn that, you've made it with your own hands, and it feels so personal when someone doesn't like it.
Yeah. It's like your baby, isn't it? Because you've made it. It's like, you know, it's like your child.
Yeah. If someone was like, I don't like your kids.
Yeah.
I say that to people regularly.
Well, to be fair, I'd probably be like, sometimes I don't either.
Yeah.
Never do I,
Yeah, fair point.
But like, it's true though, you know, it'd be stupid for you to obsess over, was it, 2 unlikes, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, something like that. It was like a 2 or 3 or something. But yeah, it was like, what did I do?
Can I have some feedback, please?
Yeah, but it could have been a slip of the hand.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I did think that. That's what I'm going with. Like, it was just a mistake.
Yeah, we'll stick with that.
We've known you for half an hour and we think you're lovely, so don't worry about it.
Don't stress.
I'm sure they just clicked the wrong button by mistake. Do you know what though? I occasionally go back onto Twitter or X. I don't know why, because it's the most
Oh, it's
the biggest
toxic.
fucking cesspit you've
Yeah.
ever seen in your life. But for some reason, doom scrolling again, I can't resist. I just need to know what's going horribly wrong in the world today. But occasionally I'll see a video where I think, what a load of shite, but I'll accidentally heart it. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, fuck off,
Yeah.
unheart that.
Yeah, it can happen.
Yeah, I think slip of the hand.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
But like I say as well, you know, you're not supposed to be for everybody,
No.
because when you build a business that's for everybody, it's actually for nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At some point, you need to niche down a bit.
Well, I was at a market once, and it was a market that was judged. And a judge came over to me, dead straight faced, and he went, "It's niche," and I wasn't quite sure. I didn't.
What do you mean?
No, it's just a bit like, yeah. It's like,
It is, yeah.
But
Is
he
that him hitting the unlike
no,
button?
do you know what? Honestly, it was like, do you know the fucking Simon Cowell bit that he does? I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And he went, "It's niche." 5-minute pause. But I like it, and just walked away.
Tricking me.
But you know what? It's funny we should say this as well, because I was in Red Brick the other day restocking, and it was fucking mad busy, and I couldn't even get to my own fucking stall. Like, I had to go around the fucking universe just to get to it. And when we fucking travels, I'd seen this fella who was about 50, and he pointed at some random print on somebody's wall, and he went, 18 quid for that, what a load of shite. And I had a quick look at this fucking print. It was lovely. It looked like loads of work had gone into it. And their A3 prints are the same price as my A3 prints.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, do fuck off.
Yeah.
I don't know who made that print. I haven't got a fucking clue. But
I'm on their side.
I'm on their side,
Yeah.
and I suddenly felt the need to defend them. And
Yeah.
I thought, you know what? It just goes to show, doesn't it? I get it.
Yeah.
I completely get it. And
Yeah.
I'm on their side. Yes, they absolutely should be charging £18 for an
Yeah.
A3 print.
Yeah.
Fucking knobhead over the road, though. He wasn't.
Yeah.
We're all
Yeah.
different.
No, exactly.
But then I think small business owners get it a lot more than if you don't run a
Oh, yeah.
business. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you overhear comments at like markets and things, or, you know, oh, why would I pay that when I can, you know, get a 20p card from
yeah.
Yeah.
Card Factory? Like,
Yeah.
they just don't get it.
Yeah. But that's the thing. The big corporate companies, they're fucking us over,
Yeah.
aren't they? Why would you buy an £18 print when I can get something off Temu? Because this is better. This is
Yeah.
better. But the people who get that, get that.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is as well, though, these big corporations, they have to exist because in reality, there aren't many of us that are creative.
True.
So if everybody was doing it,
The world would be a much nicer place.
no, it would, but also, would it?
No, yeah, yeah.
Do you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
I'm not explaining myself
It's not as
very well
special if
here.
everyone's doing it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not, you know, that thing that you bought from a small business that you might really cherish because you think, God, somebody's put time
Yeah.
and effort into that. If everybody's doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, can we talk about personal boundaries for a second as well?
Yes,
Because I know we
I
spoke about
have
obviously not being...
none.
Yeah, you do.
I don't. I'm terrible for it.
What do you mean?
Like answering emails at the weekend and at midnight.
Oh,
and
yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
that
Yeah.
kind of shit.
Yeah.
I'm terrible.
I'm not very good with personal brand. I am getting better. Like, I put a post out recently on my Instagram saying that there were a few products that I was getting rid of, and I made them at the time because somebody was like, oh, you don't really do anything for boys, everything's like quite girly. So I was like, right, let's please
Yeah.
everyone. And then, you know, it's a couple of years later, I'm like, that's not my target audience. Like, why?
Yeah.
You know when you think, why did I do that in the first place?
Yeah.
But now I'm just like, let's just get rid. Let's do what I want to do.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to work on my
Yeah.
boundaries, but it's very easy. I think when it's your business, like if I do some like freelance work, I'm like, no, I'm working this time till this time.
Yeah.
But because it's my business, like I will nobody please email me at the weekends. I will ignore you. But I will quite often be like, oh, on a Saturday night,
Yeah.
like replying.
Yeah. No, I'm the same.
I think it's whatever works for you, though, as well. So quite often, I can barely form a sentence in the morning. So
Yeah.
I'm not answering emails of a morning. I know that's the sensible thing to
Yeah.
do, but I'm not. So I have to have at least 6 cups of coffee before I even open Gmail. But that works for me
Yeah.
because then I can form a sentence.
Yeah.
So I will reply to emails, you know, late afternoon, evening. There's always the risk that it's going to get lost then, but that works for me. Like I say, if they got an email off me at 8 a.m. in the morning, I'm not sure it'd be in English.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
I think for me, this sounds really, really pathetic, but I want people to like me.
Yeah. I get that. I get that.
I don't I don't want them to think I'm rude. Do you know what I mean? If I'm not replying straight away.
Yeah, and I have massive anxiety as well. So I will quite often do it. I will have a conversation with somebody, or I'll meet someone for the first time, and then I go away after and rethink it all.
Yeah.
And think, oh shit, what did I say? Or oh my god, they're never going to speak to me again. Or
Yes.
all of this stuff. And yeah,
Yeah, I'm terrible for that. I get that.
A good bit of advice I had a few years ago, and it's something that I really do think about to this day. And it had nothing to do with small business at the time, but it's something that I think I can implicate into every interaction almost that I have. Nobody thinks about your actions more than you do, and no one cares about yourself more than you do. Now that is quite a bleak thought in a way.
It's true. Yeah.
But no one's rethinking what you've said.
No.
Because when you think about it, you have a nice interaction with somebody, be it 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. You don't tend to go away and think about what they've said.
No.
You think more about your own, what you've said.
No, you are right. Yeah.
You think more about what they might be thinking of you rather than what you thought of them.
Yeah.
We're never as obsessed with anybody more than we are ourselves. So it's like I do this thing, I wear black constantly. I look like a bin bag because I think if I wear colour, people will look at me.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like people will go, shit, she's wearing colour. She never wears colour. Total fucking strangers. Are they going to know?
Yeah, they're not.
Are they going to
They're
know?
not.
How's fucking Bev, who's on the bus, going to know? Do you know what I mean? She's not. So why do I give a fuck?
Yeah, you shouldn't. Do you want to wear colour?
No.
Well, then don't.
I know, I don't
It's
know.
not a problem then what Bev thinks.
I'm wearing beige today. It's a step up. I've got on a brown jumper and a brown scarf.
And I thought, whoa, she's blinding me.
Still black leggings and black trainers though. But it's true though, the things that I think about myself, no one's going to care in a million years. And then sometimes I just think, who cares? Like, who actually cares? Like, sometimes I think, these are the little weird tangents that I go down sometimes, I have never seen the back of me.
Yeah.
Never once seen the back of my head.
You know what? I actually thought this morning.
Yeah.
I was doing my hair and I thought, you know what? I bet the back of my hair's always so tatty. And then I thought, it's none of my business.
Yeah, but you know what? Because sometimes when somebody sits behind me on the bus, I think I haven't brushed my hair. I bet they're judging me. And then I'm like, do you know what? I haven't brushed my hair and it is tatty and I need to own that. And I don't give a fuck what the person behind me thinks. So why?
Yeah.
I don't know how we went from business identity to talking about this, but we're here now and we're going to stay on it.
Do you brush your hair, Katie?
I do occasionally. I didn't this morning.
But to link this back in some way
Somehow,
to small business, you care about your own actions more than anybody else will. So that product where you're like, I'm assured about that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm above. Are people gonna like that? No one gives a fuck. So just do it.
If you like it, fucking do it.
If you like it, exactly. If it's for you.
Yeah.
And if other people don't as well, say if, you've launched a product that you absolutely adore, if somebody else doesn't, that's fine.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's all right. And you are always going to get the bell end as well at a market that goes, how much?
Yeah, fuck off.
And they're not asking a question. They're
No.
saying how much. And I've said a few times about a woman that muttered under her breath, £5 for the fucking keyring. Just tell me you skink, Karen. Do you know what I mean? To me, that is much more of a them problem than it is a me problem.
Yeah.
And I can sit there and obsess about that, but I've sold fucking loads of key rings.
Yeah.
So it's a problem for her, but it's not a problem for the other people.
Yeah.
I don't like to brag there. I've sold loads of key rings, but, people do buy them for a £5.
Yeah.
My keyrings are more expensive than that, just, putting it out there. So £5 seems like
We're
a
all
bargain.
fine. We're fine. Everybody's doing fine.
I'm undercharging me. It takes me half an hour to put one together. It's ridiculous. Ooh. Should I talk about one that's going to make us all fucking cringe?
Yeah.
Shall we talk about, and I hate this word, but I'm going to say it anyway, decision fatigue as a small business owner. It's the word fatigue. I hate it.
Yes. So I think when you run a small business, you are making decisions constantly.
Yeah.
And a lot of them can feel very high stakes, even when maybe sometimes they're not.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But like pricing, products, what markets you're going to do, if you want to take on that collaboration or that commission, have you got enough stock? Like it just never fucking ends. Like me and my partner had an argument about this recently. So it wasn't really directly about this, but I was on the bus on my way home from work and he was stood in the kitchen at home, right? Set the scene.
Okay.
Everybody with me. He phoned me from the kitchen and said, "What have we got in for tea?"
I usually defend Kyle in these situations, but I know. No.
And honest to God, I've never been angrier in my fucking life. Look in the fucking kitchen.
Kyle, if you're listening, you have let yourself down there, kid. I defend you all the fucking time, and then you go bullshit like this.
So I said, "Kyle, you're in the kitchen. Could you maybe tell me what we've got in for tea?" And he was like, "I was just really hoping you'd pick something." And I lost my fucking shit because I was like, I make decisions all fucking day. Like, can you just do something? Like, just do it. Do something.
Yeah.
And I think I sound horrible, but like things like that just kind of tip me over the edge.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I've spent all fucking day being like, do I need to do this? I need to do this, blah, 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 blah. And then I get home and there's more of it and I just can't cope.
Are you all right?
Right. I wasn't okay when this... Right, no. Does anybody resonate with this story?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I know obviously you said it's cringy, but I mean, I suffer with fatigue, like physical fatigue a lot. But with like chronic illness and ADHD, like the decision fatigue is really difficult as well. And it's not even, like you say, like in small business, but it's choosing what to wear in the morning, what to have for lunch. Like it's little decisions that normally you don't, you might not think about.
Yeah.
But I can quite often, like, I won't eat lunch or I'll grab a packet of crisps because I'm like, I don't know what to decide on. I don't know what to choose to eat.
Yeah.
So I end up having like a snack, which clearly isn't, ideal. And I get like the decision like paralysis as well. And then I'll just sit there and, when you've got so much to do and you're like, I don't know where to start first because I don't know what the most important priority is.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've got this, and this to do. Don't know what to do first.
Yeah.
Like head goes.
That's literally me. So I have to decide what I'm going to eat for the whole day, like breakfast, lunch and tea at breakfast time, because I'm like, I won't have the energy to decide that later. And with what I'm going to wear, I have to pick whatever's like the first coat hanger in the wardrobe, because I can't, if I take a second to mentally think about what the outfit's going to be, then I'll just like spiral.
Do you not look out the window first though?
No.
Why did you look at me then? Like that's the weirdest thing known
help?
to man. If you're getting changed in the morning, but you don't know what the weather's like outside.
Oh, okay, I'm with you. No, I just wear whatever I want to wear, and then if it's cold, I put the coat on. I thought you meant like, right, hear me out. I thought you meant like a minute of peace looking at nature before you have to make the big decision. That's why I looked at you.
Did you not just listen to the birds chirping before you open your window?
I understood where you were going with that.
I have to stand outside for at least 10 minutes.
What kind of mindfulness is Ellie doing every morning?
No, I get it now. I go out for a fag and I assess the weather and go, what am I going to wear
that
today?
Makes much more
am I
sense.
going to wear a black t-shirt or a black jumper?
Yeah, no, that's fair, yeah. No, I just like winter, autumn, spring is jumpers.
Yeah.
The first jumper in the wardrobe. Summer is the first t-shirt in the wardrobe.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I can't argue with that. Yeah. Do you know what though? It's funny listening to you two then though. I have actually written in my notes that I don't get decision fatigue, but hearing you two talk, no, I do. I really do. Yeah. So again, not linking this to small business, but I promise you I will go back to small business. I am absolutely incapable of doing a weekly shop.
Okay.
Because I can't commit.
Yeah.
I should learn to cook and be a bit more cost effective. But I end up spending an absolute fortune going to a local shop every single night to get something for tea.
Yeah.
Because I could buy a big packet of, say, minced beef.
Yeah.
But I'm not, because that means I have to have something with minced beef in for the rest of the fucking week. And if it goes into the freezer, it'll never come out again.
Yeah. See, I'm the opposite. So, like, I'd have the same thing for tea every night for weeks on end.
I do a meal plan, but I've got a family to cook for.
Yeah,
so
I imagine that's much harder.
I do my weekly shop. I hate it though. Absolutely hate it. I hate sitting there. So our delivery comes on a Sunday morning, so I'm normally doing it on a Saturday.
Yeah.
So I think about the meals for the week. I put them on the Tesco app, and then absolutely hate it. But otherwise, I would literally each day I'd be like, chuck some chicken nuggets in the air fryer.
Crisps again.
Crisp sandwich. Perfect.
This is exactly why I know I wasn't born to be a mum, because I knew if I had a child say, "Mum, what's for tea?" I'd just be like, "Fuck off.
Learn to cook."
Fend for yourself. I can't even look after me. How am I supposed to look after you? I don't know what's for tea. Why do you think I have all the answers?
Why do you keep asking me?
I don't know. Let's go to Co-op and wander the aisles for 7 hours trying to decide.
I'm just a
until
girl.
the security comes up to me and asks if I'm all right, which does happen several times.
And the answer is no.
No, I'm not, because I don't know if I want a quiche or a fish. I don't know what I fancy, and I'm not buying the fish because it comes in a fucking 4-pack, and I don't know if I want fish for the rest of the fucking week.
It's hard. It's really hard.
Yeah, thank you. That ran over. But I do actually have a little bit of advice. I have something useful to say on this topic. So
Does it look out the window for a bit first?
Yeah, it is. So as I've said before, and in this podcast, we as small business owners do not give ourselves enough credit for the amount of decisions and also risks that we take in small business. We actually make loads a day without even deciding. Even getting up and deciding to work on something is a decision.
Yes.
It's a conscious decision that we make because we haven't got a boss to tell us to do that. We are that boss. So I do think that we really don't give ourselves enough credit, which is probably why, like me, I probably do have a meltdown in Co-op because I'm like, this is too much. This has pushed me over the edge now. But with big decisions, it is something that I struggle with. And that in itself can lead to a burnout for me. Like, I've recognised that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use this as an example. The last time I had to make a really big decision where I was like, I don't know if I can decide and I'm running out of time, was joining Red Brick. Because the timing wasn't brilliant for me because I knew I'd have to spend money setting it up. It was October.
Yeah.
October's sort of a quiet month before Christmas.
Yeah, but you also obviously had to get your Christmas stuff in. And
So I'm already thinking about Christmas, and it's like another big thing to add into the mix, which is also going to cost me money initially. I'm going to have to spend in order to gain, and I don't know if that's going to pay off.
Yeah.
And I remember telling somebody about this at the studio. Her name's Mima, and she gave me such a good tip, which I use now for big decisions all the time. She went to me, write a pros and cons list of joining Red Brick and then mark them out of 5 for how big of a worry they are.
Okay,
So I wrote pros and cons of joining Red Brick, and then everything on that list I then marked out of 5 about how big a concern it was. And then at the end of it, it was just a case of counting up the points.
Yeah.
And whichever scored more was the way I was leaning.
That's a good idea.
And it did lean on pro, so I joined. And now I use that for so many things because it takes the emotion out of it because you're just using numbers.
Do you think it would work on what to have for tea, though?
Maybe. I never thought of it like that.
I want to eat something healthy, but I really, really want to eat chips. Stop
Pros
being
and
blind.
Imagine me with a little notebook scribbling in the middle of aisle of Tesco. Well, the security come up to me and go, "Are you okay?"
That is a good tip, though. No, that is. Yeah, I imagine that's
So
very
that
helpful.
is something that I use. I'm sure she won't mind me sharing that, but that is something that really, really helped me out. Another thing as well, if you have got a big decision to make, for fuck's sake, sleep on it.
Yeah.
I think that's a big one. But it's difficult because a lot of the times we stress about these things and there's not... It's difficult because some decisions, you know, it can be a big thing. Like joining Red Brick for me, I naturally sort of went, shit, do I join? Do I not?
Yeah.
Am I going to let people down if I don't? Am I going to be out of pocket if I do? And then you go through these thoughts in your brain over and over again and you can spiral.
Yeah.
It's easy to. And in reality, very rarely is a decision permanent.
True.
Never are you really fully committed. So if it does turn out later down the line that you've gone, do you know what? That didn't really work out, or that wasn't my best decision. Chances are it is reversible. You can go back on it. I really do admire people actually who take accountability. So people that can go, I made this decision a while ago, you know, whatever that might be. It hasn't worked out and this is what I'm going to do to fix that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's showing a weakness in any way. I think that's good business.
Yeah. I think there's a lot to be admired in people that can say, actually, I've fucked up there.
Yeah, and you don't know until you try. So, for example, you know, you've joined a stockist in an area that you're not familiar with, and for whatever reason, reason your stuff isn't selling.
Yeah.
Give it time, see if it picks up. If it doesn't, cut your losses.
Yeah.
It might be a disappointment because it hasn't gone the way that you wanted to, but at the end of the day, that is all it is. It's the disappointment.
You tried. It didn't
You
work out.
tried, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no reason to say that if you did try it, you know, somewhere, another stockist later down the line, somewhere else, that it might work. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just don't know.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. You can't get it right every time.
The whole reason I set up this business was because I thought to myself, I have to do it because I'd hate to spend the rest of my life thinking, what if?
Yeah.
And that's the way it'll always be. And I do carry that through today. And I always think when I've got a big decision to make, you know, whether it's, like I say, joining Red Brick, you know, whether it's putting money into a new product, I always think if I didn't at least give it a go, would I wonder what if?
Yeah, you'd regret not trying it.
Would I regret
more.
not trying?
Yeah.
I'd rather try and fail than just not try at all.
Yeah.
I try and remember that all the time.
Yeah.
I think it's very similar, like perfectionism is a massive thing. And, you know, I know of people that have put off and have procrastinated starting their business because they're trying to get every little detail perfect. And it's like, sometimes, like, don't get me wrong, like, there are certain few things that you need to have to start your business or to, you know, do a launch or to do whatever, but you learn from doing. So sometimes you just have to do it. And if it goes wrong, then, you know, it's a, what's the term? It's not a mistake. It's a, I don't know, learning opportunity or something like
Learning
that.
curve.
Yeah.
I completely agree, though. I mean, to use another example there, me and Sass, we run markets at Hazelhurst. It's quite a small gig at the moment. You know, we do it in-house. But it is something that, you know, the first time we did it, we were not thrown in at the deep end. No, fuck it, we were. And, you know, we knew it wasn't going to be perfect because there wasn't the time. It was literally like, right, we're doing this, right, 100 miles an hour for the next month, which is what we had to organise it.
Yeah.
But after the fact, you know, we knew we were working with other people at Hazelhurst. We always make a point now after every market to sit down and go, right, guys, honestly, what worked, what didn't, let's get feedback.
Yeah.
And then we take that away and we talk about it and we go, right, okay, this didn't work. We'll change that for next time. We'll do it differently so that it should work better. How the fuck are you supposed to improve if you never do that?
Yeah.
And it might be uncomfortable to sit down and go to yourself, right, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
It can be quite a difficult question.
But that's
to
the only
ask
way you
yourself.
can get better.
You're not going to get it right every time. And it is this thing, I totally agree, Katie. I was the same when I set up my business. I was going through every minute detail, spending hours and hours and hours over the smallest decisions, as if I wouldn't be able to change it at some point later down the line if I chose to. It's mad. And you're not going to get everything right first time because nobody fucking does. That's not how life works. So why would you in business? And as I say, that's life. That's not a failure. And I do think that is the only way that you can improve. To fuck up, to make mistakes. It's having that conversation with yourself afterwards and going, right, that was a complete fuck up, or that was a flop, or even just a case of I could have done that better.
Yeah.
Have those conversations with yourself, because I do believe that is how you grow. As I say, it can be really painful when something doesn't work out, but that pain's temporary.
Yeah.
Temporary? Is that a word? That is a word.
It is, yes.
Let it out English then. Yeah, that pain, that disappointment, that'll pass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not going to sit there in 10 years going, that market went really badly.
Yeah.
You're not. You know what I mean? You're going to get over it.
You don't know me at all.
You're just not, are you? So, you know, it's that, you know, I think if there's things that you can do to improve and make that better, sometimes things are a flop completely beyond your control. There's nothing you can do, but the things you can control and you can change, why would you not? It's good business. Yeah. I love how I say that and then I'm like, yeah, but I don't know what to have for tea ever.
Ever. I'm just sick of choosing every day. Don't think so.
I can't get over Kyle. You know, we and him are going to have words.
I was so angry.
I would be. Did you have nothing in?
No, the freezer was full. He just wanted me to make the choice. Fuck off. Oh
dear.
For me, a lot of the pressure and worry is that, like, am I going to fail at this?
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think if you can manage to take that out, my only other worries are, like, financial, business-wise.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Do you know
that's
what I
a
mean?
big one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we've just done a whole episode about finance.
I don't want to talk about that.
Oh, right. Okay. With the pressure thing as well, I think... I don't know if this is controversial for me to say because I don't want to look like I'm supporting the hustle culture because I think it's fucking toxic. But I do think an element of pressure in small business is actually no bad thing.
I think you work very well under pressure.
I do, but I don't because it is exhausting for me and it does lead to burnout.
But
So
you love a fucking deadline.
Oh, I love a deadline, yeah. I absolutely adore a deadline. But as I say, you know, I mentioned before, it's like when you work for an employer, there has to be a slight pressure that you have to perform well in that job, because otherwise you're not going to stay employed.
Yeah, but it is hard with your own business because you're like, she's not going to sack me.
Yeah. What's the worst that you can do to yourself?
Yeah.
Give yourself a good smack on the wrist and go fucking get your ass in gear. You know what I mean?
But sometimes you do need that. You need
that. So I think setting ourselves these sort of deadlines and having those deadlines in place, that's it for us. And also, you know, there's always pressure of letting people down, letting standards slip. You know, I can't let that order on Etsy go over too much because then it might be late and they'll leave me a bad review. You know, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's easy to slip from like the pressure's on, I've got a deadline, to oh fuck, what am I actually going to do?
Yeah.
I think that's when it's anxiety is when it becomes a problem.
No,
isn't
I
it?
agree.
But I think for me, I always feel a bit like the pressure's on anyway. So what I try and do is, if I've had like an idea for something or something that necessarily like doesn't necessarily have a deadline, just like I'd like to do this at some point, I tell people about it.
Okay.
And that makes me do it.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
It's like accountability.
You put it out there in the open.
Yeah. So I'm like, Ellie, I've had this really good idea. And then I feel like, well, I've told someone about that now, so I have to do it.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean? It just gets the momentum going a bit for me.
That's interesting. I've never thought of that when you say something out loud.
Because when it's just an idea in your head, it's easy to go, oh, I haven't got time, or I can't bother doing that right now.
Yeah.
But once you've put it out there, you feel a bit more like, well, they know about it, so I should.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I can't decide if I agree with that or not, you know.
I mean, I wouldn't do it about like big, scary things that I wasn't absolutely sure I wanted to do.
Okay, so you'd only say it once you were pretty sure that you were going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Are you after feedback on that from the other person, or is that your sort of hint to them going, yeah, do it, or
Sometimes, so I think mainly for me, it's you. I'm sorry, a lot of my life gets dumped on you. But if I've had an idea for something, I do tend to run it by you anyway, don't I?
Yeah, we do with each other,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
And I think that also really helps because A, it's nice to get that feedback, but B, it's nice to go, oh, well, yeah, someone else knows about it now, so.
I thought you were going to say because you're the most blunt person.
You
I
are,
know.
no, you are, to be fair. You give very good, very honest feedback.
Katie, do you feel that pressure and worry? I want to ask you a question, actually. Do you feel it more having children?
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, they're at an age now where, like at the moment, they're both like watching TV or playing on Xbox or whatever. But then obviously I feel guilty if like I need to get stuff done and that's what they're doing. Then I'm like, oh my God, they're having too much screen time and all of that. But yeah, I do. But I'm really, so as an example, so I've got an event next week. I have been prepping since the beginning of the year. So a couple of months I've been prepping. Yet I'm still in this last week have got a massive to-do list with a billion things to do. So obviously now I'm at the part where I'm like, the anxiety stress is starting to kick in. Yeah, I've been doing it this whole time. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know how to fix that. I really don't know how to fix that. But yeah, the pressure is on still, even though I've been working on it for ages.
Yeah. See, I kind of feel like that right up until the event, even if I've done everything like weeks prior, because I'm like, what if I forgot this? What if I haven't done that? Did I check this? Even though actually every single thing on that list is ticked off, for me the pressure is still on up until it's over.
Yeah.
Do you find as well you could write a very basic to-do list, and this is exactly why I don't write to-do lists, but every single one of the things seems to have fucking several subcategories that you didn't think about initially.
Yeah.
So it's like, yes, I have to wrap 100 prints, and that's fine, but that also means cutting down 100 sheets of cardboard.
Yes.
That also means stickering and labelling every single one. You know, there's more to it than just wrap 100 prints. Sounds piss easy.
Yeah. See, when I do write a to-do list, I write every single little bit in.
Yes.
So I'd be like, buy stickers, stick each sticker, put each print in a cellar bag, wrap each, you know.
Does that not overwhelm you though, then the list is 5 pages long?
Yeah, but then you get lots of nice dopamine from ticking all the ticks.
I'm not sure.
You get to tick them all.
Yeah.
I'm probably somewhere in between. But my issue as well is, so I've designed some new products. I'm making those products. Then I sit there and obviously, because what I love to do is draw and design. I bloody draw something else, don't I? So then I'm designing a new one. And I'm like, why aren't I concentrating on just getting these things made? But no, I'm making new things. So I'm obviously making my list bigger. Because I'm like drawing more.
The bit for me is photographing it and actually putting it online.
Yes.
That honestly, I've had some products genuinely for like 2 years that are still not
Same.
available for sale.
Same. Yeah.
There's such a massive difference, isn't there?
Why is that so
like
hard?
you make something, but then it's the admin side and it's the taking photos. Oh,
Yeah.
I always get a bad back. Like,
The longer you leave it, the more products you've got, and then the more there is to do on that day you decide to do it. You should just do it as you go.
like, I find it shocking, but like, I probably would use the word jealous, like jealous, and admire people who will make something, take a photo of it that same day, and get it up on their website that same day. I'm like, how do you do that?
Yeah, how have you done that? What is this magic?
It just goes to show them, and that's why I love doing the podcast, actually, because I know I feel that way. The thought of going, right, I've just finished this print, I've got it back from the printer, it looks fucking ace, put it on Etsy right now. Absolutely not.
Nobody will ever see it. No. That's for me.
And I'm the same. I really do admire people who can do that, but it's not me, and that's fine.
Yeah, it's not fine. We should be doing
yeah,
that.
we
No,
should.
we
Your
should
products should be for sale.
Like, we've spent this money, we've spent this time, like, now I need to recoup, get the money back.
Yeah, they'll come with me to markets and stuff. That's how I justify it.
Yeah. But I know that I'd have to change that as well if online picked up for me, and suddenly I was doing better online than I was
But
at
maybe
markets.
online
That
would
have
pick up
to change.
if your products
If you
are on
actually
there.
put something
Shut
on.
I'll have you know,
I'm just saying.
I spent 5 minutes on Etsy the other day
well
tweaking.
done.
Yeah. I went on it. I learnt that it still exists.
I opened the app and then I closed the app.
Go me.
It makes you want to die. I can't. I'm not doing it.
I think that's fine. We all excel in different areas. I'm sure for those that, can photograph it and get it online dead quick, we don't know. The actual making of the product could have been a fucking ball ache for
If
them.
anyone is listening and your favourite aspect of small biz is like photographing the product and putting it on Etsy, can you please write into us?
Yeah.
Because I just want to know that
If you
somebody
exist.
exists. Yeah. I don't even particularly want advice. I just want to know that you're out there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I agree. It'll be me, man, in the inbox as well. I'll just be messaging you, Jake, going, we've got one. We've got a live one on the line. Psychopath in aisle 2. Yeah, I don't understand that at all. But I've always said, I think in every single episode, it's the laptop jobs for me. I can't do it. I can't.
Yeah.
I hate it. I should at least bite the bullet and do it. When somebody once said to me, why don't you do, say, a Sunday afternoon of just doing the admin side of things, the updating the
Set
Etsy.
actual time around that side for it.
I will find something else to do.
Yeah.
I'll find something else that suddenly out of nowhere takes priority, and that's that then. I'll find something.
Anything.
Anything.
Mine's like, reorganising my sticker drawer or something.
Yes. No, I couldn't possibly open my laptop. My pencils all need sharpening. Would you look at that?
Bad timing.
Knocking on the neighbour's door asking if they need the car wash.
Yeah. I'll walk your dog. I'll do anything. Why are we like this?
I know. Can I talk about something quite recently, actually, that I've found? So talking about sort of pressures and worry. Like I say, from October, say, to December, I'm constantly like, right, this is go time now. We're coming up to busy periods. You need to be putting them fucking hours in.
Yeah.
You need to be working late nights, all nighters if you have to. Get your shit ready because you're booked onto 6 Christmas markets. You've got 3 commissions and you've got your own market to run as well. And you've also got shops to think about and restock during that time as well. Get your fucking ass in gear. And I have that conversation with myself around about every October. Now, I do it and it's fine. I've not died yet. But I tell myself it'll be worth it because January and February will be me chilled out months. And I'll be able to relax and it'll all be beautiful and
how's
sunny
that been
again.
going for you?
Well, thank you for asking, James. I have done that every year of business as well. It's always been the same attitude of you fucking push yourself from October to December and you can have January and February off. I've never had a January where I haven't ended up on antibiotics because I've had a fucking cold that's turned into a fucking chest infection or sinusitis. It's never happened ever. And I actually don't mind saying that this year so far, fucking shit show.
Yeah.
Absolute. Don't Give me something, Jade.
Oh no, really?
No, it has been a shit show. And I said this I was in the pub with my friend and I was like, these are my quiet months. I feel robbed of them. And my mate said to me, she went, what do you mean your quiet months? And I said, well, I work my arse off from October to December.
Yeah.
And January, February are my quiet months. They're my reset months, if you like.
Yeah.
And she went, well, all these problems that you're having now, would you rather that they were later on in the year during your busy time when you're having to worry about work as well? And I was like, oh, fucking hell, good point, well made.
Yeah.
But I said to her, I just feel robbed of my quiet months. And she said, but nobody promised you them other than you.
Yeah.
And I was like,
That's
do you
a
know
fair
what?
point.
Yeah, she's got a point there. And why do I promise myself that everybody's going to be lovely and breezy in January, February when I don't fucking know? It might not be. It hasn't been.
It's not within your control.
So I need to stop doing. I think I need to stop pushing myself that hard and going, yeah, but it's all right because January and February you can do whatever because you just don't know.
I think we all do that to a certain extent. I spend all of like October, November, December thinking like it's all right that I haven't had a day off in 3 months because I'll have loads in January.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's exactly that. I think a lot of us do it, and we're promising ourselves something we can't guarantee. So if that does go tits up, as it has done for me, that's on me.
Yeah.
I have to take a bit of accountability for that, to be honest.
Yeah, sad though.
Sad at the moment, but I think I'm very good at telling myself that a shit time is just a shit time.
Yeah.
The sun will shine again.
Yeah.
See, I'm trying to be different this year. So I normally, like the last couple of years, I've done like 10 days of markets in that November, December time. And then I get majorly burnt out and just takes me ages to recover. So obviously I don't know yet what's going to happen in November, December, but I don't often, in the past, I haven't done many markets throughout the year, but this year I am. I've got markets throughout the year in the hopes that obviously brings me income throughout the year, and then I'm not going to be relying on that Christmas, because I don't want to do 10 days of markets. And I'm not saying I'm not going to do any, but I'm hoping
it might take the pressure off a little bit. That's a good system, I think.
That's the plan anyway, unless they all go tits up.
Yeah.
I was the same though. A couple of years back, I booked 5 consecutive days of markets in different locations. And when I'd done it, you sort of don't realise when you're booking them in, do you, around about sort of September, October time. You don't realise, hang on, this is one day after the other, after the other, after the other. And I'm sure when that's worth it, it's quite a buzz that you pulled it off.
Yeah.
But
during it.
And in this instance for me, I don't think it really did pay off. I made some money. I didn't make as much as I was hoping, to be honest. And, you know, it was 5 days, 5 different locations, morning markets as well. And I had no sleep at all.
Yeah.
And whilst I didn't sort of beat myself up for it or spiral or something, there was this sort of feeling like, Ellie, you're playing with fire here because you've still got another 2 weeks until Christmas.
Yeah.
And you've still got other things to do.
Yeah.
And it is that we sort of go, how much can we push ourselves?
Yeah. See, I always talk myself into stuff like that because I'm like, well, I used to have like a real job, quotation marks, where I would work 5 days on the run and that was fine. But it's very, very different.
Yeah, it is.
Like alone, you're going to a different location every day. That's a big thing. You might be doing markets that you've never done before. That's a bit of anxiety, surely. You're going somewhere you've never been. You don't know who you're going to be near. You don't know what the market's going to be like. You've potentially got to lug all your stuff like across the country, maybe. You know,
I always get a bad back.
It's
setting
a lot
up
of
and packing down as well.
Yeah, you've got to set up, set down. Take down, all that kind of stuff. And it's a big day, isn't it, every time. I've never had a market where I've not felt exhausted by the end of the day.
Oh no, on a good day, bad day, it's still exhaustion, isn't it? Yeah, you can be happy and exhausted.
I don't know about you, it's peopling, like talking to people constantly, or if you're not talking to people constantly because you're quiet, it's trying to look smiley and inviting and all of that.
Yeah, it's really, really hard, especially like, so again, like I went from working in hospitality to running my own business, and in those hospitality roles, yes, you had to be to a certain extent smiley and welcoming and customer friendly and that shit, but it wasn't as deep because I didn't care how many pints we sold that day.
You're not carrying the weight of that business on your shoulders, whereas you are with your own.
Yeah, it's exhausting and it's overwhelming.
Yeah, I agree with what you've said there, Jade, about, you know, I think it is easier. And it is that, it's because it's your business.
Yeah.
So therefore, if you're not pulling it off, if you go to a market and you're absolutely knackered and you're letting it show, it feels like a failure. It feels like it's unprofessional.
Yeah.
It's not. You're just knackered, and it's hard to hide that as well, especially when you are so tired, when you are so exhausted, when you've already done so much that week. You know, there's only so much that one person can handle.
And you're also low-key constantly worried about money.
Oh, yeah.
I think. And like I said, like at a hospitality job, I was getting paid whether customers came in or not. At a market, I'm not making any money if there's no one there.
Guaranteed. You start a market at a loss.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah. You're trying to make back what you've already spent the whole day.
It's like, I'm not saying that. I know I've said that from October to December I really pushed myself, and I know that I'm not in the minority there. I know that a lot of us do. I'm not about to tell either myself or anybody else not to do that.
Yeah.
Because money don't grow on fucking trees.
No. But you also need to be careful of what you're spending.
Yeah.
Which is, it's a whole nother conversation.
That again though is a learning curve, because we did lots of Christmas episodes, didn't we?
Yes.
And we were talking about that period where you do spend a lot of money because you sign up to a lot of markets, because you might do a Christmas product range, because you know you might do sales at Christmas, things like that. You buy extra stock likely because you know it's a busy period. You might invest in some sort of gifting element to your business. There is a lot of money going out.
No guarantee that any of those things are going to be worth it.
But every year I find I learn something.
Yeah.
Something about the previous year that I think that worked, that didn't. And like I say, going back to what I said earlier, it's having that conversation with yourself of going, right, what worked, what didn't. I've done this business for 6 years now. I've had good Christmases, I've had bad Christmases. Has my business changed? No, not massively.
It's not.
It's still the same business. Yeah. It's luck of the draw sometimes, and I genuinely feel like it's luck of the draw. So it's I've said this before.
Just gotta try and learn from everything.
It's a balancing act, and it's knowing where to put your money, knowing where to put your time. And that in itself takes time.
Speaking of time, should we talk about time management?
Oh. Oh, seamless.
Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think when you're doing something creative and when you're doing something that has maybe previously been a hobby before you monetized it, it's very hard to manage your time. I think it's really hard to set boundaries of like, I'm only working 9 to 5, say, because previously this has been a hobby, this has been something you've done in your spare time. But it's also hard because like creativity doesn't necessarily follow a schedule.
No.
Like some days I'll be like, I've got absolutely no ideas in my brain. I've got not 1 ounce of creativity in my body. I'm not doing that today. But other days I wake up and be like, oh my God, I've got so many ideas. I need to get them down on paper. And if that day was scheduled as an admin day, you've kind of just got to roll with it.
Yeah.
That's got to, I think the creativity side has got to overtake it because you don't know when that's coming back.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's it from me, because I am not qualified to talk about time management at all. Really not.
Talk about the lack of.
Should I talk about the lack of then? Yeah. It's the biggest thing for me. I one thing in college that I used to always get marked down on was my time management, because it's like I should be in lesson, but I'm in Weatherspoons.
See, I don't think that's time management. I think that's just being naughty.
I thought you were going to say Northern then.
Same thing.
No, but it's a biggie for me. I spoke about this a lot in episode 22, which was called Dodging Distractions, with Amy from Cornucopia Creative. It was a fucking delight.
Yeah.
It's without a doubt the thing that I struggle with most. That's always been the way as well. I mean, we spoke about it before, didn't we? When I said I will absolutely do anything to put off doing a laptop job. I will. But I think as well that's because I don't know if I agree with even myself saying this, because I am not someone that responds well to authority.
No,
you're not.
No.
So
I was going to say maybe if I had somebody there going, get this done, get it done now.
Yeah.
Would I respond better to? I don't know if I would.
I'd be like, don't tell me what to do.
Yeah. But also, unfortunately, that person has to be you.
I know.
Which is even worse.
I can't manage me. But do you know what? Like I say, this has been something that's constantly been a thing for me ever since I've started taking sort of my artwork seriously. It's like I say, it's always been a thing that tutors have said to me, your time management just needs to be better. It could improve, but I'm at a point now where it's been fucking years of the same problem.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to change.
I don't know. Like I say, it could improve, who knows? But I think that might just be a bit me. Yeah. And like I say, I get off on a deadline. Yeah. So if I know that I've got fucking 12 hours work to do in 3 hours, something about the pressure of that, going back to pressure again, I really get off on that.
But if that works for you, okay, it might not be healthy, but if that works for you and you get the job done, at the end of the day, that's all that matters, I think.
Yeah, it's not healthy. We spoke about this on the burnout episode, didn't we? It's not healthy
You're
at all.
You're absolutely toxic, but it's working.
is it?
To some extent.
But, you know, in terms of the business, yes, it's productive. It gets stuff done in a very short space of time. Is it healthy for me? Not really. But in terms of the business, yeah, okay, yeah, it works-ish.
But I think you've just got to find whatever way works for you. Like, for me, I would say I work pretty much the whole time I'm awake. Every single day, but at my own pace.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not rushing to get a deadline done because I've already been working on that for months. But
All right.
no. But that also has its negatives because I never have free time and I don't have spare time. I don't go to Wetherspoons. Do you know what I mean? Occasionally. But that kind of stuff, like, I feel enormous guilt when I take time off because I'm so used to working all hours of the day.
I'd say I'm the same as you.
I think no matter what way that works for you, it's got pros and cons.
I know what you mean. I mean, don't get me wrong. What I used to do in college, which was skip class and go to the pub. I get what you're saying, though, because if I did that now where I just thought, oh, fuck it, let's just go to the pub. That's fine on a day where, you know, it really is. It's just a case of my head's not in it at all. But there'd be a lot of times where if I did that, I'd think about, Ellie, but this needs doing and that needs doing. My priorities have changed
You've got to take accountability at some point.
Yes, you have, and it is accountability. But as I say, I think part of that is just me. I don't think there's any change in that. I know, Katie, you mentioned before about the urge to be a perfectionist, and I think when you start a small business, you have this urge to be good at everything.
Yes.
But there's so many elements of running a small business. You have to learn to sell your stuff. You have to learn how to set up an online presence. Social media, exactly. Accounting.
It's not as simple as, I can draw.
Yeah, customer service. You know, when you were sitting and break it down, there's probably fucking hundreds of things that you have to do that you didn't have to do before.
And I actually imagine for Katie, I don't want to keep boiling down to Katie is a mum, but Katie is a mum, and I think time management must be horrifically difficult in those situations.
Yeah, it can be because they are, like I said, they are a bit older, they're at school.
Basically look after themselves.
Absolutely. My quotation marks working day is in school hours, but like you, I'm working all the time.
Yeah.
And especially at points like this when I'm getting ready for events and stuff, I am sat there on the sofa while me and my husband are watching the TV, printing things out, ready for me to cut the next day. Or I've got my, sticker cutting machine out here and I'm back and forth putting things in as we're cooking dinner. So yeah, in that respect, like, I am not good with time management, but I agree with you about you have to go with how you're feeling. So I know some people work with like time blocking. That doesn't work for me because if on a Monday afternoon I'm meant to be doing my accounts and I'm not in the mood for that, I'm then just going to feel shit about it because I haven't done it. So I have like a list of things I want to get done that week, and then Monday afternoon I'm like, I fancy drawing right now, or my brain's not really working. I'll do something easy, like, I don't know, something easy.
Yeah, I think I work in quite a similar way to you. So like we spoke about it before, Ellie, haven't we, where you really hate like a to-do list. I write a to-do list, but I write a to-do list like you just said, like this is stuff that needs doing at some point, tick it off as you fancy it kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
I can handle a weekly to-do list, I can't handle a daily anymore. I don't know when that changed though, because I used to go into the studio every morning and write a daily to-do list, but it's the same thing, isn't it? Yeah, it's like, I can write that to-do list, but by 5 o'clock I might not want to update my finances. That might be the thing that fucking tips me over the edge that day, you know what I mean? Again, because you've had a day that's full of fucking decisions.
Yes.
But like I say, my time management should be better. It should be. But I do meet the deadlines because I make sure I do, because that is when I sort of, what's the word?
Panic.
Well, zero in, knuckle
like
down,
focus,
focus, that's the word I'm looking for, and panic. There's an element of that, but that's what drives us. Now, as I say, it's not healthy, but I'm not claiming to be fucking perfect at everything. So I do think that, as I say, it could be better. It's something that I need to improve on in my business, but I think it's the way I am at this point, and I think I recognise that it is the way I am. And whilst as small biz owners, you do want to be that perfect business owner.
Really hard. But like me working 24 hours a day, slow and steady throughout the month, and you working your arse off as that deadline's coming up, we're still coming out with the same end result.
Yes, we
Do
are
you know what I mean?
actually.
You've
Yeah,
just got to
that's a
find
good point.
whatever feels comfortable for you, I think.
Yeah, and I think if that did get to a point where the pressure, and as I've mentioned this before in previous episodes, I love an all-nighter.
Yeah, you
I love an
do.
all-nighter.
It's because you're still in your 20s.
No, well, this is what I mean. This is exactly what I mean. When I was 18, when I was at college, when I'd done nothing of the module at all, 6 weeks worth of work just not done because I was in Wetherspoons.
Yeah.
I do eventually panic and go, no, I want to make a career of this, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit at the studio the whole night and just get it all done.
Yeah.
And I used to do it, and it wasn't an issue then. Now I feel it. I feel it too much. I'm too old. I'm getting too old for it.
Ellie.
But I think I know that. So now I'm like, I could do an all-nighter, but I'd rather avoid it.
Yeah.
So I might even come in a bit earlier.
Oh, God.
I know.
Who are you?
I know, who am I? But I think that's a good sign that I'm recognising
Maturing.
it. Maturing, but recognising that I'm responding to it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
acting as appropriate.
That doesn't work for me anymore. How am I going to do it instead?
I'm never going to be perfect because that's life. Nobody is.
Yeah. You just got to roll with it, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. And you know, we're all different. We all play to our strengths, and we've always said this. You know, what works for me might not work for somebody else. You know, and what you say, Jade, is true. I think as long as you're getting it done, not letting your customers down repeatedly,
matters,
you know, not completely losing control of your business,
Yeah.
you're fine, really.
Yeah, you're doing all right.
And sometimes I think we put so much thought and effort into these things, you know, sitting here questioning our time management skills. But at the end of the day, nobody's died, have they? No.
Keep going at your own pace.
Yeah.
Right. Self-care.
There's a lot of words in this episode that give me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
And it's not the meaning, like fatigue and self-care. Do you know what I mean? Those words, they give me the same vibe that moist does for other people. It's the only way that I can describe it. Yeah. And I'll be honest, I used to really, really hate the term self-care.
Yeah.
I used to just think, oh, fuck off. You know what I mean? But again, that's sort of behaving like I'm above it, and I'm not. And in a way, it's again, you know, we do dismiss it as one of those fucking plebby nothing phrases.
Yeah.
But since then, I feel like I've sort of learned that in reality, that can be anything as long as it relaxes you and it makes you happy. For me, it can be as basic as going to the shop and getting some chocolate.
Yeah. I think when you think self-care, you think like getting a massage, putting a face mask on,
Yes.
having a bubble bath. I mean, it can be those things, but it doesn't have to be those things. It's just whatever.
Winds you down.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's important to make time for that.
Oh, absolutely.
Although I don't.
Every day, I think.
Every day.
Because it is just something that you do that makes your day a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
I think a little bit brighter as well.
Yeah.
And I think you know, you only get one life. I
Yeah.
feel like you should do something that makes you happy every single day.
You know what I like a lot of like Instagram now. People are calling it like romanticizing life, and that makes me really happy. I really like that. Like buying yourself flowers or take yourself on a date. I just think it's dead cute. You're looking at me like I'm
Yeah,
disgusting.
she's like
I
cringing.
think it's dead nice. Yeah. But I just think it's dead cute. It's just those little things that just like make your day a little bit brighter.
No,
You know what I mean?
I do agree. That personally isn't for me. But you know what? I used to do that. I don't really do it anymore because I haven't got time. But I used to just book a train ticket to wherever I fancied on the day and just take myself for a little day out.
Yeah.
I don't do it anymore because I'm fucking knackered. I haven't got time or energy.
Sounds
But-
nice.
Yeah, no, I went to Edinburgh, I went to Birmingham, I went to Milton Keynes, don't ask. I did. One of my favourite places I've ever been to, you know, I love it there. But, you know what I mean, just sort of go to a big train station, you know, be it Manchester Piccadilly, you know, Lime Street, whatever, and just sort of
Just
look
a little
at the...
day mooching about
No,
tomorrow.
yeah, just look
Yeah.
at the departures board and go, where do I fancy going today?
Yeah.
Go up to front desk and go, how much is the ticket to their return?
That's a cute idea.
See if I like the price and
Yeah.
just go for it.
Make time for that, please.
Again, Jade, I'm fucking knackered. Please, come on. Got back pain just here, sitting down. But no, I think a lot of people don't like the word self-care or think it's in some way self-indulgent. And I can think that myself.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be this like big spa day or
Every night when I get home from the studio, I have something nice. I have a little treat for me, be it usually it's like a bag of Maltesers, it might be a little slice of cake, but either way, I think good job, Ellie, you've earned that.
Yeah.
That's self-care. It's
cute.
not the healthiest way to do it. I'll probably have diabetes in a few years.
But you're having a good time.
But no, it's like my little reward for getting through the day, for going to
Yeah.
the studio, for doing a day's work. I'm a big fan of the reward system. What about you, Casey? What's your...
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I do like a bubble bath, like on a. I'm planning one this afternoon. You know, a little bubble bath, like listen to a podcast or my audiobook or something. But yeah, I agree. I think it's just about something that makes you happy, whether it's seeing some flowers and buying them for yourself or a little treat. I am a bit of a chocoholic, or I love my like a cup of tea and biscuit. It's not biscuit. It's biscuits plural.
Yeah.
But
It's never just one.
no. But that for me is, it's just taking some time. Another thing that is like my self-care. If I'm feeling shit, I put on my emo playlist, blare it out in my ears, and it makes me feel better. Like, I don't know why, because obviously if you listen to the words of a lot of the songs, don't know how it makes me feel better, but it does.
I love that.
I have a happy playlist.
Oh,
I do.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
I have a bliss, and my biggest, I don't know if you listened to the episode, but in one of the mental health episodes we talked about, I was having to get the bus to work and I had a little bit of a breakdown about it.
I'm not laughing. No.
But to get over this, I made a playlist called I Hate the Bus, and it's got loads of angry songs on, and I listen to it on the bus, and it makes me feel so much better about having to get the bus.
You've really missed a trick there, not calling the playlist The Wheels on the Bus Go Round.
Well, yeah. I'll think about it. It's not hateful enough. I hate the bus. But yeah, it's the little things.
No, but if even like something as simple as just sitting there for 10 minutes and going, I'm going to make a playlist of songs that I fucking love, that is an act of self-care, I think.
Yeah. I think self-care is just making life a little bit nicer for yourself.
Yeah, exactly, it is. Yeah. Also, we forget that we're doing something that's quite intense, all of us. You're putting yourself out there to the world when you do anything creative, anything making a physical product. It's you're bearing your soul, really. It's brave, it's ballsy.
Yeah,
you deserve a treat.
Yeah.
I agree.
Cup of tea and biscuits.
Oh, perfect.
Do you know who I reckon do have cup of tea and just single biscuit?
Who?
The same people who finish a product and upload it onto Etsy the very same day.
Not bad.
Yeah, they're the same people.
Boring bastards.
But do get in touch if you want. We'd love to hear from you.
So this is just a little segment of the podcast where we answer a few questions from our listeners. Today, the first question we've got is...
We have got this from Liv, who is formerly Gypsy Eclectics, and that business doesn't exist anymore. She is still alive and kicking. We are pleased with her. She's fine, yeah. We wanted to keep the questions a little bit lighter for this one as well today, because we know it has been a heavy topic. So we picked silly questions, and this was a genuine one that Liv wanted to ask. What is your go-to takeaway?
Another act of self-care.
Should we let Katie go first?
Yeah, go on. Do you think it's different because she's not an Northern?
Oh, yeah. Do they even have chippies in the south?
Chips? Did you say...
Like chippies?
What chippy?
Chippies?
Like chip shop?
No.
Yeah, but Chip Shop here does like fish and chips, but also Chinese.
Oh, no. Not where we are anyway. No.
Okay.
I'm probably going to say, I love it. I love a takeaway. I bloody hate cooking. So I love a takeaway. I'm probably going to say my go-to would be a Chinese, because we just get like a mix of everything.
Yeah, I love that.
What's
My
your
go-to is probably... See, I'm quite a beige eater.
Yeah.
So I'm quite a basic bitch.
That's okay.
So I would either go Chinese, where I would get egg fried rice and chips, or I would go chippy, where I would probably get like fish and chips.
Fish and chips is always a good shout. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I used to work in a Chinese for years, so I couldn't fully appreciate it, because you just can't when you work with it. But a few years have passed and I can embrace it again. And
You're
to
ready
be
to
honest,
open your heart to Chinese again.
I'm a bugger for over ordering, so I do try and keep it basic. But I really like a wonton soup with noodles added in. But, you know, chippy size portions of chips, they drive me fucking mad. Like, I wish they'd do portions for single people, because I fucking hate food waste. So what I like to do is I always like to hope that somebody else is ordering a full bag of chips.
Yeah.
So that I can just pinch a little handful. Just a little handful. That's all I want. I'll pay them if it's a money thing. It's not an issue. But I don't want the full portion. I just want little.
That's fair, yeah.
I'm doing grabby hands towards Jade now to visualise.
I feel a bit threatened.
Yeah.
Right. Question 2. Have you had any should have quit moments from past jobs?
I have.
Oh, go on.
So I can only think of one because my memory is terrible. And you know when you're like, oh my God, I don't know. But then it came to me and I actually did end up quitting. This was like the final straw. So I was a beauty therapist. I worked in a spa and I remember I had a UTI that had gone to my kidneys.
Oh, God.
And it was a Sunday. So like there's not as many people working on a Sunday. It was a Sunday morning. So I was on the reception and then when my clients were coming in, I was going in and obviously doing massages and facials and stuff. And I remember being sat there in agony and I was like crying. I remember some members coming down like, you okay? Like, I'm not feeling great. And I ended up like, I don't take days off. Like I could count on my hands how many days I've taken off, like when I was employed throughout my life. But I got to the point where I was like, no, I can't do this anymore. So I called up to the duty manager at the time. But I basically couldn't go home because there was nobody to cover me. So yeah, I continued with my shift in agony all day long. And then that was my point where I was like, you know what, fuck this, like, you know,
I don't deserve this.
So so I did, not long after that I did have my notice in.
So like I said, I've worked in a Chinese takeaway for 7 years of my life now. It was the most interesting job I've ever had in my life. I've been thrown up on. Yeah, it just happens when you work in hospitality. Yeah, I've been thrown up on, but I did have one instance as well where a bloke claimed I caused his divorce.
Oh God.
Because
I like to think you did.
Apparently I got his order wrong.
For the Chinese.
Yeah. And that was the final straw for his wife. She packed a bag. She was off.
That was me thinking you were going to say you were flirting with him or something. No, you got the order wrong.
No. The worst one, and I'm not sure how appropriate this is, but I started working at that takeaway when I was about 15, 16. And I remember this was very early on and I was very, very naive as a child. And I remember working there one night and some drunk bloke came in and he went, obviously I've got red hair. He said, does the rug match the drapes?
No.
And I worked with two women who were older than me and they were like, what? They were like, do not. Yeah. She's 16. But I not wanting to be rude to this fella, I didn't understand the question.
Oh, Ellie.
And I went, what do you mean, does the rug match the drapes? I said, I said, I've got laminate at home. Like, I didn't understand the question. And then in the end he was like, oh, fucking leave it, look, just fucking. And he left and I went to Kathy, what the fuck? And I was going to this bloke like, what do you mean, like, tell me what you don't understand the question. And he wouldn't. And then Kathy went, oh Ellie, that was fucking brilliant. And I went, why? And she went, did you genuinely not understand it? I said, no. And she went, I wasn't sure if you were just doing that to make him uncomfortable. I said, no, I didn't get it. But oh God, shit like that all the time. I remember once a driver drove off with the food on his roof. We'd forgot to put it in the boot of the car. Oh, so rather than remake the order, next minute, you know, I've got somebody on my fucking shoulders who's getting a fucking sausage barm out of a tree. I'm not kidding. I'm really, people think I'm exaggerating when I tell them stories about that job. I'm not.
Oh God. Oh, right. So I've got a few. So my first job, again, all my jobs were like bars, restaurants, pubs, that kind of thing. So in one, there was only ever one member of staff on at a time, and it was quite a small bar. But at Christmas, it got really, really busy, and we were like, we need 2 members of staff, and the owner was like, I'm not paying 2 members of staff. So me and my friend who worked there both worked Christmas Day together for half of minimum wage.
What?
So normal people get paid like double time for Christmas Day. We worked for like
half wage,
£4 an hour or something.
Oh, fuck off.
Because we knew it would be too hard for one of us to do on our own. Another time at a different job, we had like concrete stairs to get to the cellar.
I'm sorry,
I think you know what happened.
It's you. Yeah, I do.
So we had like concrete stairs to get to the cellar. And I'm a clumsy fucking bitch. Like, I fell from the top of these stairs to the bottom and I was like upside down in a heap. It was like genuinely like how someone would fall down the stairs in like a film. Like I've never I didn't think that was real until this point.
Did
So
you
I-
do like the EastEnders theme tune
Yeah.
on the way down?
I fell all the way down the stairs. I'm pretty sure I was unconscious for a minute. I had like my whole back and legs were like black with bruising, and I definitely had concussion. And I came back up the stairs and I said to my boss, I really think I need to go home. And she said no, and I had to work another 8 hours.
Oh,
See, I think that's funny now.
What?
At the time, I thought I was going to die. And the last one, in this job, we had like a fire escape from upstairs, but underneath is where the staff used to go to smoke. And somebody came out of the fire escape and was sick onto my head. So I came out. I came out of the door and I was like to the chef, I was like, Dave, is it raining? And then he followed me out and he was like, there's loads of sick on the floor. And I was like, Dave, is that in my fucking hair? And I was covered in sick. And I lived at the time approximately like a 1 minute walk from this job. Like, I swear it was like the closest to my house you could possibly be. And I said, can I please go home and wash my hair? And the owner said no, and I had to work the rest of it with sick in my hair.
no.
And all of these, with hindsight, I would not put up with any of that now. I would have quit or gone home. Say something.
I need a minute. None of mine look that bad now. Suddenly, does the rug match the drape? Seems like a perfectly acceptable.
That's like borderline sexual assault, I feel. So on that note, that's all we've got time for today.
Yes, and we do want to say a huge thank you to Katie for joining us today, even though it is an absolutely rotten topic.
Yes, we massively appreciate you.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
But as always, when it does come to topics that lean towards the more taking care of yourself theme, if anyone does have anything they want any more advice on, or they just want to hear a discussion about, message us, let us know, because if you're feeling it, the chances are somebody else has too. That's one thing I have learned from doing this.
Especially us.
Yes. So we will be back with a new episode on the first Thursday of June, which is the 4th.
So in the meantime, don't forget you can give us a follow on Instagram. You can find us at Really Fucking Trying, and check out all the links in our bio if you've got any questions, if you want to apply to be a guest. There's also a Ko-fi link where you can buy us a coffee or buy some of our merch. And we'll see you next month.
Yes.
Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Bye.